And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Arizona Cardinals and the Green Bay Packers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Mike Daniels makes the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, here's Rosen. David Johnson here on the catch. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards on the play.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going underneath, it's Coleman. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. He got 29 yards that time. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days.
Now a loose football. Coleman lost it. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback and the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps, took away the holes, took away the football. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Now Rosen to throw on second down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Johnson with a burst, a first down and more. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. It's caught inside the 25. And it will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. On 2nd down, Rosen. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. He's going to go deep for Funchess. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Rosen. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, I'll tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Flushed out right. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Carlson able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But
he's got daylight. The 20.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Packers get set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Robert Kimdichie breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Robert Kimdichie in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll air this one toward Coleman. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Robbie Anderson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards on the play. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
He's going to walk one deep left side here. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
He's going to air one out. That's going to be caught. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Packers get a score closer. And he knocks it through. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
And this time, Rosen will throw. They almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Found his target. It's Anderson. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Cardinals. 44 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. And he'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a first and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
After the interception, here's Rosen. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cards continue to pour it on. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, Detroit, 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 59 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him. Find him. Find him.
They'll look to throw here. Drops it off for Coleman. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. Touchdown, Packers. In for the score. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And Pointer, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. This one taken just inside the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given them a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And that'll be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Here's Rosen. And that's caught left side. Seals Jones with it. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Rosen and the Cardinals take over with a 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. Low right side going to be caught by Seals Jones. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
Watch it now, Barney.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there. No gain on the play there. Second down. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Rosen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined it.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because it had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Watch it now, Barney!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
Nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Packers get a score closer. And his kick is good. Carlson now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. On second down, Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. And that one incomplete. They tried to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
The
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Play action here with Rosen. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 42 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Buying time to his left, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Robert Kimdichie in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Packers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. He'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Again, it's Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. Third and long here for Rosen. Over the middle, complete. That's Anderson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Here we go now. 3.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And they will take a knee here. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called beat.